What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Test, test, test. What's going on, Shawn? I see you, my boy. How you feeling now? Markets have been a lot more active this week. I told y'all we just had to break through that first main level of traffic like we was talking about all last month. I know it got repetitive, but I know y'all can see a clear difference this week compared to last week. Got a few subs we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at Ian for the most part. Got a couple other charts we're going to look at, but this is the one that's closest to a setup right now. That's good to hear, bro. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. Be on the lookout for that. It's Thursday already, June 13th. We got some JPY news. And the fact that it's at the bottom right here and it doesn't have a set time, whenever you see this word right here, tentative, or however you say it, that basically means that it's not determined. It's not a set time yet. Now, Japan is always like, because I don't know what they got going on over there. But usually when it's down here, it's probably going to happen around 11, 12 tonight. So 11 p.m., midnight, 12 a.m. It's probably going to be around that time when that pops off. And then at 8:30, right at the beginning of the New York session, we got USD news. We're going live with the members during this. We went live during FOMC yesterday with the members. Members, make sure to watch that recorded live. I dropped that recording last night for y'all, so make sure to check that out. We're looking at possible GU buys and possible EN sells as of right now. DJ still doing his thing. If y'all was in yesterday's live stream, GJ went exactly as projected, as well as some other charts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, Phil? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? Gold's basically been in the same spot all week. So we're just going to let it do its thing right now. Going to be looking for some retracements on NAS too, because it just made a new higher high. So we're going to be looking for some retracements. We're going to talk about that in a little bit as well. You already know the drill. You guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at charts, drop them in the chat. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Week's already on. It's almost Friday already. Ain't that crazy? We're already almost in the middle of June. Time's just been flying. I don't know what's going on. All right, so Ian is breaking above that level, so we're just going to let it do its thing. We are still technically bearish, but again, we came down to these lows, and this is the lowest price went. The previous times we was catching sales, because again, when price was pushing down, we look way back when, Like last year in September, we was catching these sells down. This is the same level of price, reverse that. And then the same thing back in November, we went for sells again. As you can see, all these sells we took. And you see price got super wicky here, and then the reversal came into play, which we go up. And then now bring us back into the present. Again, same exact level, same exact thing. Again, there's no coincidences in the market. We're going to see if price can break this level today, especially after, what took place. The news price got pushed back down, but still failed to break that level. So we're going to see if it can continue to hold 5 to 15 as resistance. If it can hold this level as resistance, we can look for sales going. If it can hold this level as resistance, we can see sales going down to 74.70 and possibly 74.30. Session just started. We'll look at possible GA buys too if we can break back above this level here at 92.50. Just dropped a new video the other day. If you haven't watched it yet, make sure to check that out. Just dropped it in the chat. Those just joining the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. What's going on, AJ? I see you open here. And if y'all did not watch this week's Sunday chart analysis, make sure to check that out. Yes, it is Thursday, but like I always talk about, the Sunday chart analysis isn't just what I'm looking to see price do Sunday going into Monday, but it's what I see price doing throughout the entire week. And if you look at this week's Sunday chart analysis and look at how the charts turned out, a lot of the charts, not all of them, went exactly as projected. So make sure to just check out, see how price was looking at the beginning of the week compared to how it's looking now, things like that. So again, this is what I was talking about. Also, I don't know if you're in here, but what was it, like Tuesday's live stream? One of y'all was in here and was talking about GJ. He was saying you can see short-term sell scalps, and this is what I was talking about. Always go with the flow of price. Now, again, I don't scalp. Sometimes my trades turn into scalps, but if you're going to scalp, you still don't want to go for reversals. You still want to go with the flow of price. So, for example, if we're in an uptrend, if you want to scalp and go for a smaller, quicker move, that's fine. But still look for buy setups. You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa, if we're in a downtrend, if you want to look for a smaller, quicker move, that's cool, that's fine. But still go with the flow of price because that will give you a higher chance and likelihood of the trade going your way and going in your favor, as well as you catching way more pips than you go for a reversal. Because again, a reversal is a retracement. The retracements are smaller moves than the bigger move, right? Like when we look at a higher high versus a lower low, we see drastically bigger moves, right? Like look at this higher high, look at the higher low. Way smaller move, right? Whoops. Way smaller move, right? You look at this higher high, look at this higher low. Way smaller move, right? Way smaller move, right? So again, let's just keep that in mind. You want to go for high probability, high quality setups. The goal isn't to catch every pip in the market, but the goal is to, of course, win those trades. Got a new 5 minutes just popped up. What's going on? I see up in Sylvester. We can check out GU. So I'm still gonna be looking for buys. So again, if y'all haven't checked out my How to Trade news playlist, I'm about to drop that in the chat right now. Give me a second. I'm not check this playlist out. Again, make sure to check this out because there's news every week. So you might as well figure out now how it works. We got news later on today as well. Right. So when we go to the news event yesterday, we had news at 8:30. Of course, we also had news at 2 o'clock, 2:30, and then for those that trade Canadian pairs, we also had news at 3:15, and then last night at 9:30 we had Australian news. So when we look at the 8:30 news event for USD pairs, right, and you look at GU, again, all this week, right? This was Friday. All this week, low volume ever since the news event last Friday. Low volume, price respect this low as support, but again, super low volume, super tiny candlesticks. Again, we're on the 15-minute time frame, so these are very, very, very small candlesticks. That means every 4 candlesticks represents an hour. So when we look at this entire week, price has just been chilling at this level all this week until Tuesday night going into yesterday. And again, as soon as price hit this level, rejected, as soon as the 8:30 news came, look at this, went exactly zone to zone. Again, tell y'all, it's not a coincidence, and news follows the flow of price, right? So as far as what we're looking at right now, it also made a higher high. Now, what we see here is price, again, we was talking about it yesterday, it still struggled and still failed to hold this low at support at 28.10, which we was talking about yesterday. So it's still respecting this low at support, 27.70. So we're either going to look for a retracement back down to 27.70, see if we hold that as support and look for buys, or we're going to wait and see if price can break and hold 28.10 as support and then look for buys going to 28.50. And that's what we're looking for as of today. And again, we got news. And again, if you watch the playlist, news when it gets the volume to break the levels, like we've been seeing the past couple of weeks, or it's going to cause a reversal and reject the level. But again, right now, price has just been chilling. Again, low volume, just and volume slowly retracing. So we're just going to wait and see how it reacts when it hits this level here. So that's why I got my alert here. So I'm just waiting for price to come to us. And then once price comes to us and my alert goes on, I'll hop on GU and see what's going down. But yeah, price is kind of just chilling right now. Just chilling right now. We are 3-0 so far this week. Didn't call any new signals yesterday. Just rolled that GJ setup we was talking about from what's today? Thursday, so Tuesday, Wednesday. But besides that, they're taking setups. DJ did continue to pump up last night, slowly but surely. Took a little bit. You see right here at around what was that, 10 o'clock? Price started to kick some volume in. So as far as GJ, we're still gonna be looking for, right? Because again, we broke the all-time high to the left. We got a higher high get made. If you haven't watched my videos on how to identify trends and reversals, make sure to check those out. It's in the day trading tips playlist. So GJ can continue to hold this level at support at 260. We predict the minus going to 201.80. That's what we're looking at for today. Eye on that. Looking at Ian for possible sells. For possible buys, we can break back above 92.50. And then GU for possible buys, just waiting for the retest and confirmation. So the gold's still bearish. So this doesn't go as well. Make sure to like the live when y'all hop in here too, y'all. And shout out to all the new subscribers. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. We're almost at 2,400 subs. We can get that easily this month. Those of us joining in, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. All right, so far this week, we're 3-0 so far this week. As far as how we ended last month, May, you can see that by scrolling to June 3rd. Last month, we ended it 16-4, giving us an 80% win rate for the month, catching a total of 69,396 pips. You can see some screenshot testimonials. And then you click right here, it'll take you to the beginning of the month, the beginning of May. All wins and losses are posted. We do the recap the day at the end of every day, recap the week at the end of every week, as well as recap the month at the end of every month. That's why as soon as you click here, you can see on May 1st, we do the recap of how April went. And in April, we went 15-4, giving us a 79% win rate, catching 47,957 pips. So that's how we're doing so far this quarter. And it's the same thing here. You click right here, it's going to take you to, again, the beginning of April, where you can see how we started this year, quarter one. And after this month, we're going to do how we did quarter two, of course. Are we in quarter two? Yeah, it's crazy. It's already June, which is freaking crazy, right? But yeah, we got a new 15 about to pop up in about 40 seconds. Ian's struggling to hold this as resistance. Well, if it fails to hold as resistance, we simply just don't take the trade. It's that simple, right? DJ's still doing this thing. Again, we do have news at 8:30 today. We got unemployment claims, PPI popping off, and then we got Japanese news later on. So do keep those times in mind. Well, keep that time in mind. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. And look at any charts, drop them in the chat. But we're just chilling, patiently waiting. And then this is another example what I'll be talking to y'all about. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, as long as it's not Friday, 2 hours before market closes for the weekend. It doesn't matter if it's London session, Tokyo, London, Australian session. It doesn't matter what session it is. If you see your confirmations, it's following your rules, you like the setup, take the trade, right? Because again, Tokyo session, we were looking for setups. London session, obviously, as well as New York, right? And then this is why also members, if you looked at the notification, one of the notifications, I think I sent it either before or after I put it in for my live. Yeah, so we went live during the FOC yesterday. There was a link to that. Then there was a recording right here. And now, again, say we're going to be looking for a possible JPY buy. So during Tokyo session, if I see some setups, I always let y'all know what to look for. Again, it's just like the New York price watches during New York. I'll let you know what to be looking for during New York. Yeah, same for the London session. I'll let you know what we're looking for during London session, right? So all you got to do is decide what pair, what chart, whatever. Pay attention to those levels. Pay attention to that price. And if you like what you see, or of course you advance with signal, I call a signal, you jump in there. So it's very, very simple. Because again, when you understand how price works and understand where it's going, what direction it's heading, it makes it a lot easier because we just got to wait and meet price there, right? Because again, we're not guessing or assuming. We know what we're looking for. And then once we know what we're looking for, we wait for price to show us if it's going to do it or if it's not going to do it. You get what I'm saying? If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmaker_way _. Just dropped a new video the other day for y'all. I got another video dropping for y'all later on today, so be on the lookout for that. The only thing really on the move right now is GJ. Besides GJ, nothing else really moving right now. What's going on, JD? Oh, it's your birthday today? Shout out to you. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday to you, JD. Nah, nothing yet right now. GJ is going as projected, but right now we're looking at possible EN sales. If EN can hold 75.20, 75.15 as resistance, we can look for sales going back down to 74.70 as well as 74.30, right? And was looking for the setup, and y'all was in yesterday's London session live. Remember, we was looking for a possible sell setup here, but price failed to break that level. So I said, let's see how price reacts here. But again, just like with GU, price didn't make it to this level until right before news popped up, and then 8:30, look how it zone again. Not a coincidence, not a shock or surprise, especially because the day before that did this huge dump to the downside. But also, when we look at the chart, we're in a downtrend. So this is what I was talking about earlier in the live, why you want to go with the flow of price. Because again, we're in a downtrend 8 times, 9 times, 7 times out of 10 is going to continue to go down. Right? And again, just like when it was in the uptrend, it moves down, way bigger than it moves up. It moves down, way bigger than it moves up. Right? With the reversal, it moves down, way bigger than it moves up. So yeah, we're looking at possible EN setups right now. It's still just kind of playing on this level. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. And then GJ is still pumping, is doing this thing. But besides that, I really like anything else. I'm waiting for you to retest this level, break up above this level. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So pretty much those two things we're looking at right now. New 500 just popped up. I'm looking at EJ as well. So like I said, GJ is still pushing up, doing this thing. I was looking at EJ for possible setups as well, since GJ's pushing up. But this is what my EJ chart's looking like. Okay, I was like, why is my thing glitching out? Now that looks right. All right, so again, so EJ and GJ, they look slightly different, but they're kind of heading in the same direction, right? So when we look at GJ, we look right here. Price already broke this rejection level and already made a new higher high. You see what I'm saying? But when we look at EJ, it's like a week or two late, right? Because look at this. This is like what GJ did already. GJ already did this shit. You know what I'm saying? So EJ is a little late to the party. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens today and tomorrow. Now, if EJ can continue to push up, we're gonna see GJ fly and then EJ break these all time, well, not all time highs, these higher highs to the left, right? So again, look at GJ, right? Then look at EJ. So EJ's a little late to the party, right? All this, GJ already did it. It already took place. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens to them. Now, they've done a similar move as far as the day is concerned, right? Look at the daily candlesticks. They've done a similar move as far as the day is concerned. So I already went over what I'm looking for as far as GJ is concerned. We can talk about that again if y'all want. But EJ, we're going to be looking for buys as well. But it's going to have to break the support level here at 160. Oh, well, not 169, 170. If we hold 170 as support, we can look for continued buys on 170.30 and then 170.70, 170.65, which is going to need to be broken for the uptrend to continue and a new higher high to be made. It looks like EN's about to try to push back down. So yeah, we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. If it can hold this and close right here, we're going to jump in for a sell on EN. We're going to see what the next 15 looks like. But I like how this is looking right here. So I want to see if it can break past this level right here. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. All right, new 15 just popped up. What's going on, Brittany? How you doing? I'm liking this right here. I'm liking this right here. We're probably going to jump with that in a second. I'm actually going to put an alert up here. What's wrong here? I like this right here. So again, if it can continue to hold 75.15 as resistance, we can look for sells going down to 74.70. And then if it can break that level, 74.30. That's what we're looking at right there. Got a new video dropping for you later on today. Be on the lookout for that. Have we over gold? No, I got you. We can go over gold. I got you. So looking at gold, we are still technically bearish, right? Because again, we look right here, we had this consolidation point where price was stuck at this price point for literally weeks, almost an entire month. And then last Friday, we had that reversal, breaking price, pushing us through this level. Now it failed to hold this level here at 2,200 as resistance. But yesterday, even after the news, because again, we go look on a smaller time frame, the news popped off yesterday. Again, this was the 8:30 news. Boom. We also had news at 2 o'clock. right here, 230, which was this one right here. Boom. So it treats it as resistance both times, and then it broke back below this level here at 2318, 2316 is treating this was resistance. We're still technically bears. So because we sell down to 2300, that's what I'm looking at right here. But I'd much rather, depending on what it looks like, right now it's still low volume. So if we see something interesting happen, I might look for a sell here. But I'm probably going to most likely wait for a price to see if we can break the whole 2300 as resistance to look for sells. Just simply because, again, the beginning of this week, it fell to hold this low and then lines were all dead this week. But again, price did reject this low and then break back below here. And then also at the beginning of New York, we got 8:30 news. So we're going to see what happens during this news event as well. We're going to see if it's going to help us break through that level or if it's just going to have us playing pinball some more for another month. Well, that's what I'm looking at with gold, right? Because again, it's no longer holding this level as support, broke this level, rejected it yesterday. So again, we see price hold 2300 as resistance, because if it could hold that as resistance, then we can see the next lower low come into play, which would continue the downtrend. So that's why I'm really just waiting for that. And that's why I got the alert here, alert there. But again, price is kind of just been just chilling right here. Did a small little drop last night. Didn't go too far though. Retrace back up. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right there with gold. We're still pumping. BJ gave me a notification as well. So BJ looks like he's about to try to. What do I got going? Oh, that was for that video I made the other day. I was like, what do I got going on over here? That was for the video I made the other day. Looks like EJ's going to try to break this level. So again, EJ's already did a pretty big move as far as just, Tokyo session has been concerned, because again, it was consolidating here. Did a push up, so it's already shot up from 169.60. It's at 169. Yeah, I think it's already shot up a pretty good amount of pips. So it's either going to hold this level of support, keep it pushing up, or don't be too surprised if it plays around a little bit until the news pops up. But if it can continue to hold 170 as support, 169.95 as support, we can look for continued buys going to 170.30, 170.25 right here. EJ's still pushing up as well. Yen's pushing down. Let's see if we can hit this first TP. No problem, no problem. Can we look at GN? Yeah, I got you. We can look at GN. We can take a look at that. All right, so let's go ahead and pull it up. And if y'all want me to look at any other charts or got any other questions, drop them in the chat. I got y'all. So GN, we're bearish as well, but it's kind of like how we was comparing GBPJPY and EURJPY. The reason why I'm looking at EN sells or GN is simply because what price is at right now. Like we look at GN right now, and when we look at EN, GN is like in this part right here. EN's already broken through those levels, made a new lower low, and things like that. Now GN is still showing some bearish momentum, but GN's got a little bit more work to do. So if it can continue to hold 700, 705 as resistance, we can look for sales going back down to the support level at 635, 630. But to break this level of trade as resistance, to continue to get the new lower low. So it's still bearish. We're gonna look for buys anytime soon on it. We'll look for buys unless it breaks above 785, 790. So we're still bearish here. And again, yesterday, just like yen, when the 8:30 news popped off, boom, shot down, broke this low, held as resistance. So now we're going to see if we can break back below and hold it as resistance again and break this support level. So that's what we're looking at right here. So let me go ahead. Gold just went off, so let's see what gold's talking. Oh, look at it. Hold up. BJ just went crazy. The one that I said went crazy, but just blew through that level. Now I have to see if it can hold it as support. But let's see what gold's talking about. I just got a note on gold. I was just retesting this level right here. Yeah, EJ going. That thing's pumping strongly. GJ pumping as well. See what else we got. EA still dead though. Let's see if we can break this level. Gotta do 5 minutes, but start in about a minute. Make sure to hit that first link in the description on our free Telegram. Y'all see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We already went over how we did last month. But we go over that again really quick. So last month, if you go into the free Telegram and go to June 3rd, you will see we went 1604 last month, giving us 80% win rate, cost 69,396 pips. Click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the month, and you can also see how we did April. Yeah, this is April. The time is flying. I can't even keep track with what month we're in. It's craziness. But anyways, this is how we did April with 1504, 79% win rate, caught 47,957 pips. So that's how we're doing so far this quarter. And then, of course, when this month ends, we're going to do the recap of quarter 2. But if you click right here, it'll take you to April 4th, the beginning of April, where you can see, all the trades, all the, signals, positions I took, all that good stuff. But you can also see how we started off this year in quarter 1. Now, again, you go to April 4th, you can see this. We went 53-4, giving us a 93% win rate for quarter 1. That's all 3 months combined. January, we went 20-0, caught 37,620 pips. February went 17-1, caught 24,403. In March, we went 16-3, catching 49,783 pips, leaving us with a total of catching 111,806 pips for the quarter. That's how we're doing so far this year. And if you click there, it's going to take you to the beginning of January. We can see all the stuff take place. Everything is dated and timed. It's documented. And then, of course, you can see how we, ended last year and all that good stuff as well. If you go to right here, you go to photos. There's over 1,000 photos of just receipts on receipts on receipts. So feel free to explore that. And again, if you're also following me on Instagram, playmaker_way, and you go to the first highlight reel, I think it's titled Testimonials. You can see literally 2 years worth of student results and testimonials. You can do the same thing here. Like we're all the way in August 2023. We just keep on scrolling. Whoops. Let's go back to the Telegram. There we go. And yeah, y'all can just explore. But yeah, that's the first thing in the description. Got about 3 minutes till the next 15 pops up. We're going to see how that goes. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the live. Appreciate everybody that liked the stream. If you haven't liked the stream yet, go ahead and like the stream. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 400 subscribers. Shout out all the new subs. New 15 just popped up. We got GN right here. So again, it's attempted to break this level and treat it as resistance. About to see if that can do that, right? But this is like all it is. You gotta know, you gotta have a game plan, and then just stick to that game plan, right? And then again, just wait for the confirmations. It's very, very, very simple. And when you trade this way, it makes it a lot less stressful. It makes it a lot easier because again, you're not trying to, chase every pip. You're just okay. We're in a downtrend. We'll look for sells. Okay, where am I going to look for sells at? Uptrend, I'm going to look for buys. Okay, where am I look for buys at? Okay, I'm going to look for buys at this price and this price. I'm going to look for sells at this price and this price. So now I'm going to wait for price to reach this level, reach this price. And then once it reaches that price, I'm going to wait to see if it can do that. If it can hold it as resistance or if it can hold it as support. GJ pumping. See, the GA is going to give us some action too, but it's kind of just been taking a nap. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at any charts, drop them in the chat. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in about a minute. Yeah, DJ and EJ still pumping. GN's pushing down a little bit lower. Gold's retesting his level. So then we're just gonna let it do its thing. Move this alert a little bit higher actually. If you aren't using alerts, I highly recommend it. It makes things easy too. Because as we all know, we get distracted or we're looking at another chart or we might just simply forget. Or, if the markers are slow, this definitely comes in handy because, all you got to do is just set an alert. I might actually make a new video going over like how all the tools I use on TradingView, how to find them, and all that good stuff. But if you don't know how to use an alert, you got to get yourself a horizontal line, and then you just click anywhere on the screen. And then as you click it and place it, this thing's going to pop up. And then you go to the add alert button. You can add the alert. You can say how you want the alert to trigger. I like to do once per bar. That's what I recommend because you do it only once. That's only going to do it the first time it hits it. So I just do it once per bar. That way, every time new cancel comes, it hits it again. I get notified. And then you could add a name to it. You can put a message, all that good stuff. I just keep it simple to get the alert because I already know what I'm looking for. But yeah, I recommend using alerts if y'all want some alerts. Yeah, it looks like the markets are slowly starting to wake up. Again, keep in mind at the beginning of New York, we do got 8:30 news, USD news, high impact news. We're going to be going live with the members later on today. Check out then also we don't know exactly what time it's popping off, but since it's down here, I'm going to assume it's going to be like around 11 o'clock, midnight, something like that. But we'll just have to wait and see. What else we got up here? Ian's still kind of struggling. I'm gonna let that run and do his thing. But yeah, I appreciate everybody in the live stream. Y'all had some good questions today. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. Playlists are up to date. Got a new video dropping for you later on today, so be on the lookout for that. If you didn't check out the video I dropped on Tuesday, make sure to check that one out. I'm gonna drop that in the chat really quick. Make sure to check out the playlist. We got 4 playlists. We got the crypto playlist. We got the trade breakdown playlist. We got the day trading tips playlist, and then of course the how to trade news playlist. What else we got up in video? Just finished watching a video understanding 3 concepts of trading. Good information. I'm stuck on the risk to reward and learning how to better manage my trades. So I got you. I just dropped the video last week. So if you haven't seen this one, check out. I'm dropping it in the chat right now, but it's called Master Risk to Reward in 3 steps. Make sure to watch this one. It's going to help. I go over risk to reward, and that one I explain the importance of it, how to use it, and what types of risk rewards you should be looking for minimum. And then what was the next part you said? I'm still going to risk to reward, learn how to better manage my trades. So what exactly do you mean by manage your trades? You're talking about like while you're in positions? Like you're talking about manage your trades while you're in positions? If that's what you're talking about, again, when it comes to trading, it's very important to have a full game plan, right? So it's just like you see me on these in the London session lives, the Sunday chart analysis. I'm like, okay, this chart, I'm looking for buys. I'm looking for buys here to this point, right? If it can hold this level of support, we can look for buys up to this level. If it can hold this level as resistance, we can look for sells going to this level. So you need to at all times understand what price is doing and all the possible outcomes price could possibly do and that can possibly take place. You know what I'm saying? So again, for us, price can only do one of 2 things: go up or go down, right? So if you think price is going to go down, figure out where you see price going to begin the drop and what price points you can see price go to before pause or stop. And the same thing with the opposite of the uptrend, where you going to look for buys at, where you see price go to before you see a rejection, pause or stop. But while you're in the trade, there's a few things you got to keep in mind. Again, understand, if you watch my video on how to identify the trend, it's the same thing because again, you look for sellers on bigger time frames and on smaller time frames. So again, on the smaller time frames, you're not necessarily reading the trend on the smaller time frames, but the trade still essentially works the same way on a smaller time frame. And what I mean by that is, that doesn't mean if price is shooting up on a smaller time frame, we're in the uptrend, but the rules of the uptrend continuing still stands, right? So again, for price to continue to push up, it needs to make higher highs, right? Price right here, you need to break this high right here to make that new higher high. Now price is going to need to break this price here to make a new higher high. So what you need to do is, again, understand what your goal is per each trade, how much you're trying to make per trade, have a set percentage you're risking every single trade, and then again, look at price and be like, okay, so where price is at right now, is it showing me signs that it can continue to push in my favor? Is it showing signs that there's exhaustion and we can see possible reversal? Is it showing me signs that it can break this level or it might try to retest to reject? And then once you understand what you're seeing, then you need to make the choice and decision. Okay, so from this point, am I okay with how much I'm up? Do I want to close? Do I want to secure profits? Or do I want to keep on holding to the final TP or the final target price or to SL gets it, right? These are the choices you have to make while you're in positions. Yeah, so risk to reward is going to definitely help you out. Risk to reward is going to help you reach those goals a lot easier while also not risking too much. You get what I'm saying? So I always recommend risking 1 to 5% of your account per trade. So whatever percentage you want to risk, just stick with it, right? So don't risk 1% this setup, and if you feel more confident in another setup, risk 2% or 3%, or let's say you lose a trade, like, okay, I want to make my money back. So just because last trade I risked 2%, I took a loss. So now I'm gonna risk 4% to make my money back. That's how people blow their accounts and make those mistakes. So you want to risk the same. You gotta be consistent with everything. Consistently look at the same charts. Consistently go for the same setup. Consistently risk the same amount. Consistently risk trade the same amount of trades per day, per week. You gotta be consistent about everything. Consistency is definitely key. And members, if you don't know how to properly calculate your lot size, go to the group chat and watch the pinned video in the group chat. If you're not a member, y'all can join. But also, if you can't join right now, I have a video on my channel going over how to count pips. So make sure to watch that video on how to count pips. That's going to help you figure out, how to go from there. No problem, Brittany. You know I got you. So yeah, if you guys got any other questions, y'all can always feel free to DM me on Instagram. Instagram scrolling at the bottom of the screen, or you can DM me on Telegram. I respond to all messages. Members, be on the lookout in a few hours for a link to the live. And yeah, we're gonna be back at the same time tomorrow, London session 3 a.m. EST.